Well, I think Gibraltar has done itself proud, both in the administrative functions that we've undertaken. When we first specified the Grace 1, went through the process of ensuring we obtained the undertakings necessary to be able to despecify the vessel, and also the Ministry of Justice and our Gibraltar legal officers who have been dealing with the second aspect of this. Remember that the requests from the United States are not political requests, they are requests for mutual legal assistance. They're not dealt with by the administration in its political guise. They're dealt with by the legal officers of the administration under the Ministry for Justice, and they've, I think, done a magnificent job at short notice. I mean, I know that they have been in here all of the weekend, working the whole of Saturday for 12 hours and most of Sunday also. And I think we have to recognize that they've done their job objectively, that they've not allowed any of the political issues that you've seen reported on in the international media, the diplomatic issues. Those are extraneous, the decisions that they had to make and the considerations that they had to bring to bear on the requests that they received.
Well, EU laws aside, the US is a key Western ally, it's a NATO partner. Did that not factor in at all? And is there likely to be any repercussion?
I don't think there's likely to be any repercussion whatsoever. Look, let's be clear. Gibraltar has not decided to side with a foe in Iran and let down a friend in the United States. This is a straightforward legal issue. These are US attorneys going before a US judge giving a US order in keeping with US law, and then Gibraltar attorneys from the Office of the Legal Counsel under the auspices of both the Attorney General and the Director of Public Prosecutions under the Ministry of Justice as the central authority, considering also objectively whether they have what they need to go to a judge in Gibraltar, not to come to a politician to make a decision. And I think that is perfectly well understood in the United States, that this is not allies letting each other down. These are legal systems working through the legal issues. So we need to have, in my view, absolutely no concerns in that respect.
Some might say that you're naive in believing the Iranian assurances. What's your response to that?
Well, look, naivety is not something that is acceptable in politics. When you're dealing with a state, and a state on its letterhead, and the letterhead of the Islamic Republic of Iran, quite unusually, is headed not just with the emblem of Iran and the name of its country. It also says just below the name Islamic Republic of Iran, in the name of the Almighty, right? And then you get in writing on that letterhead a commitment not to provide this economic resource to an EU-sanctioned entity or individual. If the oil is provided to an EU-sanctioned individual or entity, then, in my view, the word of the Republic of Iran and of its government would not be worth the paper it is written on. But we've done what we had to do. We are an ant in international diplomacy, and indeed we have no capacity in international diplomacy. We are tiny. But for 45 days, we held onto this asset because it was our obligation to do so, and we turned it away from its original destination.